Supports kill the cores, and that's 2 of them dead. 21-6 now. Virtus Pro putting on quite the clinic here. Game 1 of this best of 5 series.
I mean, it has been the Rezo show in this game. He is just everywhere. It feels so miserable to play against him right now if you're OG. Axe. They just haven't been able to slow him down at all. I haven't even had to see ILTW do anything in this game.
No.
ILTW has the freest bristol back.
Look at him go, man. He just jumped inside. He doesn't give a damn about your tier 3 now. Sox is going to try and push him back out, but no. That Rolling Thunder not going to be able to land on his Giants again. That was the one support that was a little bit low. Look at this push coming in. Virtus Pro, they're not going to slow down for a moment here. Another call this time. It's whiffed. Resolution backing up. Just let no one do his work with the exorcism. They don't really need to do a whole lot other than just watch the tier 3 guide this right.
This is certainly going to be an early tier 3 tower taken in 22 minutes. I mean, we've just had fast series after fast series. Sumail, we saw what Terrorblade could do earlier, but this VP team, I mean, they are just a train.
Seth coming in from behind, immediately going for that Phoenix. Sox is going to try and help him. Resolution's already killed N0tail. The rest of Virtus Pro go to the back line. They saw Seth. They're going to try and double ult him up to be able to get the call follow-up from Resolution. It's not up just yet. Seth, though, chased by so much damage. They have sentries out as well. Seth, tries to cut through the trees, but is caught by a net. The clumsy net holds him in place long enough for Rezo to get that double kill. ILTW challenging OG to fight him at this point. And to dodge, try to help out, but is it enough for Sumail to get off the Thunder? He does manage to get it with the Rolling Thunder on through. Rezo getting pretty low. Dies. ILTW is getting low as well. Primal pushes them all. Slide the water, Rolling Thunder. OG, what is this? What is happening? Are they about to turn this one? No one turns with the Spirit Siphon trying to steal through this. They have the swap back by Sumail. Punches out the damage. Now, no one's dead. ILTW, a desperation TP, but it's denied by N0tail. That is a 6-man wipe.
They held.
Pro. It's lost on the high ground, and OG, they just managed to hold this game a little longer.
2,000 gold swing. We're going to see here ILTW. They get really to put that Manta dodge into the turnaround fight. He gets the Sunder off at the last possible second. With the this Rolling Thunder did so much. It collapsed and hit so many different people, and it got him onto the low ground. When he roared, it forced 2 heroes to the low ground, which then allowed the Rolling Thunder to continue to clip heroes.
Just beautiful from OG.
I mean, what other team holds that?
It doesn't matter how far ahead you are against this team. You have to play good, disciplined team fighting Dota, because they will take advantage of any overextension.
Sumail says, anybody else on 120 ping dodging spells? No? Okay, then.
A 9k gold lead for Virtus Pro still, but OG are now out on the map.
Yeah, they finally got some space to farm and do things. This is the first time we've seen them this deep. Sumail has a little bit more to farm with. It is, because of the nerf, a lot less gold than you would normally get. 2,000 for 5 kills, and the lead that they had, I expected a lot more than that.
25-minute bounty runes for moving forward into the enemy triangle, seeing if they can catch somebody here. If not, they should secure 2. But at the same time, Soxa does manage to get the 2 on the other side of the map. And this does mean, if you look at that net worth, it's Sumail. His net worth is all that matters right now for OG. He is beginning to eclipse some of the members of VP. Look at that. Now ahead of both the Bristleback and the Axe.
With Death Prophet ult up again, they're going to go for it. Still feels really strong. But VP, if they mess up one more fight like this,
they have a little bit of time, because Sumail still needs mana for Metamorphosis. All their other abilities are ready to go.
This is going to be a Rax. They can't take anything more. OG will give this up for no more heroes dead. In fact, the Siege Wagon does the last little bit of oomph. And top lane, that's a catch.
Resolution, Euled Scepter into the call. And 33 is not even going to bother trying to do anything there.
I've seen so many dunks this game.
Yeah.
19 out of his team's 25 kills he's been a part of.
Dire's bottom tower
what
is under
a
attack.
Performance.
OG. a bit grouped up around this area, but I don't think they really want to do anything just yet. They're closing in on a Daedalus for Sumail's Terrorblade, and that would be a really big upgrade for them, so... just trying to buy more time. They give up that mid lane of Rax for just more farming time for Sumail, basically. Seb, Eul Scepter into the Purge, into the Silence. Now, the swap back is going to definitely save him here, but it's probably going to mean No Tail shut down it. Seb gets the high, he's out, and learning from that last team fight, that they can't barrel into OG high ground areas like that, even though there was nobody actually there. The potential team fight. So they wait till ILT is here. He leads the way. They get high ground vision and ready up for push potentially. As for the Exorcism, so unlikely to go high ground right away. Ooh, a Paladin Sword. That is a good item for a Death Prophet.
It's also really nice for ILTW. But I think it might be better for Death Prophet.
Dire are scanning.
No, I really like Soul Siphon Plus.
Yes, Siphon plus the amplified healing, 17%.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. But it's okay. Doesn't matter too much. They're gonna go for it again. ILTW sitting here. I figured they get more bonuses this game, by the way. There's a lot of single target. There's Roar, Sunder.
Yeah.
Like I hope this doesn't come to bite them in the ass, because I feel like it's the best for them. BKB is good for the Pingo roll, but Lotus Orb is good for pretty much everything else.
Yeah. And we got Rizzo going to BKB. We have the Heaven's Halberd for Zayats, and then Solo is just operating on a Glimmer Cape. Not much you can expect from the captain of Virtus Pro and Net Worth. He's usually a bit farther behind. Playing these defensive heroes, just plays behind cores, doesn't really like to be too greedy. Especially since he can't even last hit kills with Purifying Flames when Resolution is there.
Oh, they're smoked up. This could be their fight.
This is a massive one. The LTW, he goes for the backline, socks at him. He's only of the Oracle. Can they bring down LTW during that time? No, they're not. He turns his back from it. He managed to get off the false promise. And now out retreat from OG. Sumail, he has a little bit. He's got the Thunder. Is he get it off? No, it's too much damage. He dies right away. Resolution there. The chop on the 33 as they turn back towards Seb. Seb, he did get dusted up, but they didn't see where he went. ILTW is way too big with the Crimson Guard AC. He shrugs off all that physical damage.
That was not even that close. He still had like 1300 HP after all of that. That is not the target you want to go on.
No.
ILTW presented his back to you. You said, sure, let's throw everything at it.
And Soxa played it perfectly. Soxa actually got to the back line and chain stunned Solo. With his Blink Dagger, he found Solo and stunned him 3 times in a row. That's what you have to do in order to kill a core in this game, but they chose the wrong core to kill. Seb's gonna get caught out in that top lane because Resolution doesn't need to be with his damn team when they're taking the barracks like this. He goes off, he hunts, he lets the rest of Virtus Pro worry about the objectives.
He's played this game so well. I cannot wax poetic enough about how well this Axe is played.
This man is just killer. And he has been on the loose for the last 30 minutes. OG have been unable to stop him. And it's getting harder and harder with a BKB 10-second duration.
They're going to get all 4 bounty runes.
And for the death. 4 bounty runes, a Roshan with Aegis and Cheese. The advantages keep on racking up. So OG, what do you do to stop? Do you try and fight this Roshan without Seb?
I feel like you have to fight it. I think you give this one up. Maybe Soxa go for a snipe. Soxa snipe this.
Yeah, Rolling
really
Thunder
well.
with Blink Dagger.
No,
But
another grab by Rezo.
He's going to be able to go into the back line and stun up some of these heroes. He ventures into the Roshan pit, but No Tail. Despite that swap, 33 is still going to die. They're both going to die here, and Soxa, his Rolling Thunder's about to wear out. He hits him one more time, swashbuckle up, but it's so unlikely for him to be able to get away.
Another chop. And Rezo just knew they were up there. They have good ideas right now about where the entirety of OG is. He's gonna go for the TP.
Oh,
Look at this.
This man.
He's given the signal to kill.
But predictions, man, he has that ward. He's going to signal, someone needs to help me out with this one. It's going to be Zayat's resolution. He's going to get with the mount. Now, is it going to be enough damage fast enough? They need to prevent it.
Oh, he's got the Sunder.
Samael now turning. Seb sees an opportunity to be able to collect his resolution kills. He's got it here, though. The Sunray's burning him out. He's just going to die to the support. Resolution does go down to and Zayat has a bug on him. But the rest of the Virtus Pro is on. Okay, so Seb's not going to go for it. Instead, he's going to try and push out the wave as quick as he can.
And without Sumail, I mean, all these deaths are like worth it. He doesn't have buyback. Resolution does if he wants to use it. I think it's one for one worth it. They just gave him in like this game. They said, whatever play you want to make, we trust you. Even if it'll leave us vulnerable potentially in a 4v5, we know that your instincts about this game, you're reading the game, go for it.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Head up to the top lane. It's just tier 2 and tier 3 that separate the British Pro from getting mega creeped. Science with the Aghanim now on the Phoenix. This Bristleback has so much cover. And OG go when the fight is outside the base here, trying to take it somewhere near the high ground, but there was some vision. Smoked up and still trying to find backline. They straight through Virtus Pro.
They need to kill Solo and they want to avoid ILTW at all costs.
ILTW is way too massive. They're going to push
Solo.
He's going to join him here. Solo is going to be spotted out, but does have the Glimmer Cape protect. The Roll of Thunder. It's going to cause some havoc. They do have that stuff onto no one here, but he pops his BKB. Solo forced to use the false promise on himself. Everyone is still alive here, but no one. He's going to challenge Samael. He's got the Spirit Siphon plus the BKB. Samael turn away. Once the swap goes over, but no chance. Truck over the double. You protects the one from the other resolution who that chop on the socks. And now it's just Seb and 33. He's the best. Can get out. He's going to Shikuchi over the side and goes to 33's port to laying in the jungle. They're going to find Seb, chase him down. The dust going to wear out second here, but long enough to get the Euled Scepter call that will finish him off. What a game from Virtus Pro. They can just run mid lane and go straight for that lane, or straight for tier 4s, I guess, this one. And N0tail's going to call it. Virtus Pro and show. I mean, we've been talking about
He was a killer in this game. Like,
Okay, it is a Meepo pick. It is a 10-pick Meepo. But do you believe in it versus...
Welcome, everybody. It is Grand Finals Sunday. ESL 1 Los Angeles Online is coming to an end, Brian. We're almost there.
It's weird to think, man. It's been a fun ride, and all of it's built up to these like horrible lanes, and it still looks to be a.
All we need is somebody to lean on.
Oh! Okay, it is a Meepo pick. It is a 10-pick Meepo. But do you believe in it versus...
Welcome, everybody. It is Grand Finals Sunday. ESL 1 Los Angeles Online is coming to an end, Brian. We're almost there.
It's weird to think, man. It's been a fun ride, and all of it's built up to these like horrible lanes, and it still looks to be just a completely broken hero in the hands of Viking GG. So,
Saxon mid's going to snipe a courier, it looks like.
Radiant's courier
free money.
has been
Committed the dive for it and everything, but that's regen or anything. And that courier does respawn pretty fast. But first blood top lane, the trial lane comes into play where they hit level 2.
The way it is, you just got to get creative.
Toby taking a bit of damage down bottom, but Seb is going to be careful. He's fairly low, but he is bottling up, and the tower aggro being taken by the creep, so Toby could be in some trouble here. Seb gets hit by another whirling death. Toby's going to near them, and tower aggro, luckily.
under.
So that would perhaps explain it.
Yeah. Goes late enough. Terrorblade is really strong. Terrorblade's only weak against Timber super early, and like a kill like this even can tilt the tides of the game so drastically. That was a huge rotation from No-Tail. So casual.
The fact it can work on Ancients is fantastic for those kind of moments like we just saw. Toby getting dove at bottom, but here comes Shad TPing in. Boots of travel on set, but he's been chased down by a
TP
lightning.
out, so he's gonna get chased. He has to just keep stacking up those stickies during the retreat. Actually, lassos Shad. Okay. Down, but almost the entire time. And it was because I believe Na'Vi at the time had no burst damage, and that's what makes Terrorblade difficult to play. In this game, Viking GG just doesn't really have that. As we see, Seb kind of just has free reign of the map with these lassos he's getting to use off against OG. Kind of an odd
Swap back. Aramis could be the next hero in trouble, but Mars Arena going to catch 3 as well. This is perfect from 33. We haven't seen much from him, but he shows up to the perfect fight. The swap being protected as well. No-Tail with the swap to pull him away.
Nice swap.
And Toby gets hit by the X-Stun. Should be going down. With the Timber Chain out, though, he might be okay. There is a dive from Saxon.
appears they're going to just go for the kill.
They got the Bud Spear. The tower was a little bit too far, but they'll get the kill anyways. Toby.
Oh, the Metamorphosis illusion in the camp. That was the value.
He left it there. Lycan trapped in, gets the spear. 33 again with the egg on the outside. He's trapped inside. Shadow will wear off, so we'll get away from the egg and run back to safety, luckily. But the egg stun does catch the Meepo. Unfortunately for 33, he's maybe a bit overcommitted here. The Sunray is healing him up. Is this going to be enough? It doesn't look like it. 33 is melting. And luckily for Viking.
I'm not sure if the Lycan buffs to his damage output are significant enough since then, but I'm under the impression that as this game goes on, Lycan just does absolutely nothing to Terrorblade. As we see a Blink Lasso.
Pulling Toby with the Metamorph damage. It's going to be close. Doesn't look like they've got this kill. Winter's Coast on the backlines. Unfortunately, that does not catch Sumail. Sumail needs a sun attack. He's got an easy one with the Meepo. Meepo just runs into that one, and Sumail says, thanks for the help. I'll take that.
Appreciate the full heal, sir. So it makes sense that the opponent happens to have 2 right-click cores that cannot buy MKB.
Whoa, Toby scouts out Roche with a Timber Chain on through, but he's now being speared back into the pit. They're ignoring him for now. No, Sumail's going to change target, start right-clicking away on him, but does switch back to Roche, and they're keeping vision of this. The Wyvern flying on him, but Sumail wants this Roche with the Sunray heal. He should have it. Wyvern's trying to steal his Celery. He now just gets focused instead and brought down by Seb's magic damage. Sumail will claim the Aegis with ease. There's another spear back onto Toby. 33 doing a great job of just zoning them away. Best mechanics and hero combos, I feel like, in Dota. Phoenix with Terrorblade and Phoenix with Ags. You refresh Metamorph. It's basically TP's ultimate, and there's a reason Ags Phoenix does not refresh ultimates, because
This
it's
is very true. I forgot about that.
So, here we go. Viking GG, one last wrap. They catch Saxon to start the fight off. There's an egg used very early, but then Mars are going to protect blocked it. Perfect
Ranged
place for
attacks,
Sasha.
can't get
Can
it.
they get it? Wyvern's inside the pit, but he doesn't manage to kill off the egg. The ranged attacks from the outside, unable to hit it. 4 dead. Viking GG, only a Meepo surviving, and he didn't even come to the fight. Perfect.
That's just such an annoying part about Mars Arena is range attacks don't go through it. So even though they're all right there and Aramis knows he can hit this egg, it just doesn't matter anymore because it gets blocked by the arena, and suddenly Timbersaw's dying to the wall of the arena. They realize too late that they're forced to retreat.
Poor No-Tail.
Well, yeah, if there's 1 or 2 creeps left, position 5 will find it. As No-Tail walks to the high ground, looking to swap potentially.
Yep. Run into
Looked on the cliff.
Aramis. No,
he doesn't.
No-Tail has a swap potentially. Needs to be careful. He gets speared back, but the blink lasso onto Seb. He is next to some teammates while he gets cursed, but it's not the team he
was disarmed.
And 33 goes in with the arena, pops the bulwark to push him a little bit further away with the God's Rebuke as well. 33 taking a lot of damage from this Meepo. Meepo still alive for now. The Cold Embrace helping him out. Boom. He saved himself the E-Blade now. Viking GG. They still got to deal with Sumail, and he's going to Sunder, unfortunately. It was a perfectly played team fight by them. I mean, the Meepo, one Meepo saved by Cold Embrace, another by an E-Blade. It still wasn't enough.
It's funny because I was thinking usually when you deal with these raid boss heroes, you want to just kill the rest of their team and then kill them. I was wondering if they could even kill Terrorblade with the rest of his team dead. And this answers my question. Well, the answer is no, in case you guys were wondering.
No. Oh, he goes down. Right click during it. But that's a easy tier 3 tower. That bonus range coming into play from the Vengeful Spirit, allowing the TB just to sit back and wail away. The Lycan going in from the side is going to find 33. 33 in some trouble here, but he's going to Sunray Heal, and he just runs outside of his own arena to save himself. And the Winter's Curse coming in, but the egg's already being used. Lycan dying here. The Sunray from the egg. It's the Death Star just raining fire from above. And meanwhile, Sumail and the TB is just
disarmed. So it's kind of interesting to see that Wyvern thinks he's getting this 3-man curse, and it's not actually doing anything.
How does the bulwark work against the Winter's Curse, like your TB's ranged attacks? Would it reduce them? Any chance of that?
I'm not sure, actually.
That would be an interesting mechanic.
Yeah, I can check that after the game.
Sumail charging forward. As we start to see the end of game 1, you've got to imagine Sumail still has a Sunder. He's being chain stunned here. They'd love to kill him off before the ages. Oh no, Sumail, he gets the Sunder.
No.
Boom, well,
Not like this.
the Sunray onto the Cold Embrace. It should be able to bring down this Meepo. It does, and he's got no buyback. I don't see a way out of this game other than what Viking GG just did. They typed those last 2 letters of their name. They GG'd out, and OG have dominated game 1.
I think this game was a...
Yes, it is a bit of a David versus Goliath matchup. Secret versus Viking GG.
I'd be excited to see how this one plays out because
All we need.
Dominated game 1.
I think this game was a...
their name. They GG'd out, and OG have dominated game 1.
I think this game was a...
I was having a bit of a rough time as the multi-shot does find him, but the Sprout onto Boom. He's being caught. Follow-up stun.
Grammarly does more than catch errors. As a matter of fact, for what it's worth, Grammarly can, yeah, that's long. We can get rid of that, and this, good, and this, or how about this? Grammarly helps you be concise.
Yes.
Grammarly, helping you connect. Go to Grammarly.com.
Virtus Pro's turn to ban.
But we'll see what VP want to do with their last pick, whether it's going to be No One or ILTW playing Dragon Knight.
Yeah, because it feels like, especially you have No One, who we've all been saying is the all-star, the fact that you give him this overall last pick as well. If he wants the DK, sure, he can take it. If there's a stylish hero, sure.
He does not want the DK, I'm pretty sharp.
No middle wants the DK, except an old super, but...
Yeah, he's telling ILTW, like, yep, it might be a Darkseer off lane.
Yeah.
Guess what? DK got lots of regen. It's a perfect hero to lane against Darkseer and
Get in there.
hit some creeps, get level 6, hit some towers, have a boring DK game. That's you, ILTW.
You're the stand-in. I'm freaking No One. I'm not playing this.
I was going to jokingly suggest Bounty Hunter for OG, and then they ban it. Freaking Virtus Pro, man. How do they know?
Off-lane bounty, that's the counter to the DK. You just keep stealing his gold.
Exactly.
Neither hero threatens the other to kill them, but the gold yoinking is going to win that lane.
Hit it out. If you're OG, what are you banning it? What are you banning if you're in their shoes? Are you banning a middle hero, or are you banning a possibly really good safe laner? What's left?
Depends. If Ember's going mid, you're banning out something you're maybe afraid of Ember laning against.
Okay.
Maybe you want to ban Invoker. No one's looked really good on that hero. Quaswex Invoker looks pretty damn solid this game.
It'd be fast tempo as well.
That's the hero that stands out to me. I'm trying to think what else no one would want to play mid. I'd say you're looking at banning out the mids most likely.
Okay.
OG's turn to pick.
Alchemist.
Okay.
The overall would have probably been the overall strongest hero in this draft after you see the other 8 heroes.
I guess OG don't have any way to push towers early, which is always the key thing against Alka, is take those tier 1s, take over his jungle before he has Radiance.
What's some combo they can do with Darkseer? Like,
That doesn't get purged?
Naga Siren? Is that just nutty?
What to set up what's done though? You
10
vacuum, sleep.
seconds remaining.
Yeah, you crank up that ink swell.
Early. I mean, if any team could do it, it would be OG with the time. I mean, you need a hero that actually, I don't know. It's OG too, which just makes it even harder. What about
They need some
Weaver?
wave clear, I feel like.
That's no wave
I
clear.
don't know.
Hear me out, Bristleback.
I'm down for Bristleback.
I thought
think it's a
Bristle for
good pick.
VP.
Yeah.
But OG, sure, take it.
Against Enigma Beastmaster, Bristle sounds pretty solid.
Virtus
DK never really
Pro's
threatens to
turn.
kill you, but
Legion.
Yeah.
All right. PSJ, you're just these OG drafts.
hater.
They got you feeling some type of way right now.
Ugh.
you know, OG is just full levels ahead of you.
Past you. They're on that 9 head. You're still just a 4
Man,
head.
I'm willing to die on my pedestal up here and say that is a garbage pick.
All right. And why is that?
You are picking it against an Oracles with a save. It's going to be a last pick that doesn't die to your duel, which is the Necro. And they have Enigma, which can't be dispelled. They have no BKB piercing disable. That's reliable. Like, you're not going to be able to duel the Enigma.
Yeah.
I'm like 95-5 on Virtus Pro here.
This is deja vu. They picked Necrophos mid last time OG had Ember, and that forced the Ember into the safe lane. Then it was a Necro versus Chen mid.
This is a super free Necro game.
Like we talked about, no one's just using this. He's telling IOTW you're playing DK and just picking the best hero for the game to instantly win. And
yeah, the positive is Shadow Demon Purge is really good versus Necro.
That is the thing, yeah.
But if Oracle's 6 before Necro is threatened, then just save the Oracle ulti for when he gets Shadow Demon purged, and I think he'll be fine. So,
you said 95-5.
Yeah, I said 95-5. So I'm willing to lose my condo that I managed to get back from
sometime back
from
there.
the Lone Shark a few days ago.
All right, Gods, you feeling the same? Maybe not 95-5, or is it?
I don't know about percents here. I think it's very heavily VP favored. Before the draft, they've come in as favorites. And I think seeing the draft once again, we keep talking harping on it. The mid lane matchup is just something OG have not found an answer. The VP are currently 5-0 against OG. It's about to be 6-0.
Damn. Well, we will have to see. OG, you've got to prove to us. You've got to show us the answer. Do you have it in this game with that last pick, Legion? Or will no one continue with this dominant performance he's had in game number 2 as we head over to Cap and Blitz?
Virtus Pro are looking at a total game record of 19-3. In order for OG to turn this series around and be the finals of ESL 1 LA, they have to double Virtus Pro's total losses in this tournament. That already seems like a steep hill to climb, but now they're already down a game in this series, and it feels like the odds are stacked against them in the draft too, where
Those are
you guys
still
are
pretty
beginning to
close.
agree, but I mean, considering game 1, I feel like Virtus Pro was going to be a lot more favored.
Yeah, I thought so too. And one of those losses that they had in this tournament was them having already secured the bracket and just messing around. They picked Pudge. Right now, we're going to go to game number 6 total of OG versus VP. We're playing a best of 11.
They are currently 5-0 against OG.
They won the best of 9, so we're just going to keep running it up. Can you
What do you
imagine
think about the draft, though?
if they ended up getting 3-0'd from here and then they were still up 5-3 total?
5-3. Yeah.
That'd be pretty funny. Or even if they lost the next one and they reverse sweeped it. I would enjoy that. What
6-3 and lost the tournament.
I think it's a very free lot of hero games, let me say.
So I already know it's a free Necrophos game.
Yes.
It seems like a great Oracle game. My goodness.
And it's a very good Enigma game, too. It's a good lot of hero games.
Piercing Disable, unless you get Aether Lens on Legion Commander.
For OG, you actually... Okay, so last game they went for the 4 Protect 1 because that was a strat they've won with a lot.
Yeah.
They just won a series with it. And so they're doing the exact opposite now and saying, we're going to fight you literally nonstop. Low cooldowns, Ion Shell, Surged Up, Ember Spirit. We're just going to all in try to fight everywhere on the map.
Yeah.
Without hesitation. Against a team that is very much slow paced, has to gather up together, a little bit immobile. The amount of catch that they have is okay, of course, with Beastmaster, but it's not super easy for them to play on lanes because they don't. If you look at VP's lineup, the one thing they don't do very well is push out waves really easily. Whereas Ion Shell plus like Stroke of Fate and stuff, like they have 2 supports that push out waves really easily.
What you mean by VP not very easily? It's like they actually have to have a hero.
Yeah, they have to commit to
They have to show Necrophos sitting there trying to right-click creeps, and that's an opportunity to be ganked, right?
It's different when I say like being able to shove waves really quickly. It's like Storm can just zip in and zip out.
Yeah.
You kill a wave. Darkseer can just always Ion Shell a wave, and he'll deal with it pretty quickly. Like they're just heroes like that.
Axes, Death Pulse, those don't one-shot waves.
No,
you have to actually stick around and attack the wave a decent amount. That is an opportunity. So I feel like what you're saying here is that Virtus Pro, like one-to-one matchups, really strong,
Very good,
but
yes.
there is going to be a weakness in their lineup.
Yeah, 100%.
OG may be able to exploit that.
These 2 lineups are probably as different as it gets for me in terms of overall playstyle and what they want on the map. Because OG, like I said, they push out waves very quickly, want to fight nonstop, and I feel like VP are literally the polar opposite of that.
Well, that is already a bit annoying. Third half play against no one's mid Darkseer, and he throughout the game is going to have to worry about being purged out by Fortune's End from solo.
I just the one thing is that Shadow Demon is very good in this game at being able to deal with the Necrophos. So it's not like the freest Necrophos game I think I've ever seen in my life or anything like that. And I think Seb is going to have a good laning phase too. What they've done is they've dodged the Darkseer away from the Oracle, which I think is very smart.
And Seb, having a good game in the Legion Commander. I mean, he's carried a game before for OG in this tournament off of his mid-Legion Commander, right? Mid-Legion Commander against Bat, I believe, was the matchup.
Try hard. So
if you give this 2-time TI winner a free lane, he will have a good impact to the game, and maybe they can snowball that into a pretty big lead. We'll have to see. Sumail is going to be playing bottom lane Ember Spirit against Resolution's Beastmaster. He had an insanely good axe. We'll see how beastly his Beastmaster is.
Haha. He's only got 1 CS right now.
Yeah.
So not good.
Not going great, but hey, at least the creep wave's pushing into you. Looks like they blocked out the hard camps, so oh, never mind. They just guessed wrong, so the Dire Sentry is still there. It just sucks playing a mid matchup where you can't secure the range creep, right? I feel like Blitz, I've heard you say something like that before.
Yeah, losing range creep in mid. Go next, please.
And then this is what 33's. There's no option, right?
Yeah. Most of the really popular mids nowadays have like some way to pressure or secure the range creep. It's I don't know. It's just the most gold that you can get. It's a good amount of experience. And it's just like, for Necrophos anyways, it also gives him HP regen and mana. Because that's one thing that Darkseer should be able to do, is push out somebody else out of the wave. But level 1 Ion Shell is so weak. It's so easy to deny around that. Like 33 is kind of just getting hunted right now in mid.
He's taking a lot of damage. Fortunately, they actually saved the bounty rune for him. So with his early bottle pickup, he was able to burn through those charges, go back and refill his bottle.
Yeah, top lane and bottom lane are going exceedingly well for OG. So the laning phase last game, I mean, they just got destroyed on all lanes. Yeah. But this game, 2 out of 3, very good. And their lane is very fast. Like, I think BSJ in the panel saying like 95-5 by BSJ was a little bit strong for me. Because I can still see a way that OG wins this game. I do think it is hard. If we're just, I mean, we're just like doing semantics here or something, but I'd say like 70-30 or something like that. I do think there's like a very clear way for OG to win this game, whereas I didn't really feel that in the last game. In the last game, I had no idea how they were supposed to win.
Yeah. So at least, so you think it's an improvement on game 1?
Yeah. I mean, but I think for whatever reason, it'll still look pretty one-sided.
Yeah.
Just Zayats is still free farming. I've yet to have a reason to doubt this guy's Enigma.
Okay, we've had no reason to doubt anything that Zayats is doing, honestly.
Yeah, so far my prohibitive MVP. He's been very good for their team.
Nice combination here is probably going to bring Resolution down, and that will be the first blood secured for Sumail.
Yep, so 2 really good lanes for them so far. 1 disastrous lane for them so far. And I guess Zayats is beating the jungle. I don't know if that half a lane.
Yeah, he has top CS in that full jungle mode that he's currently doing, and 33 is practically doing the same at this point. In fact, N0tail's even going to show up to mid lane because 33 is so low, he can't defend his tower right now. So they are going to have that extra bit of experience efficiency on both sides, where somebody's jungling and a hero is able to get more experience out of a lane as a result. That's only if they're there for the actual creeps. Gotta make sure you don't die.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I think he's doing okay XP-wise.
Yeah.
Because of all his jungling, and he's jungling nearby the creep wave, so even though a lot of these creeps are being denied from him, he's getting XP, which is pretty important, and he's gonna get a bottle rune, so much better laning phase this time around for OG.
Zoxa goes ahead and tries to make a journey into the enemy, see what's what, see what Zayats is up to. Does get pushed away pretty quickly.
Oh, nice.
Courier,
That's gold.
though.
Has been killed.
That is a belt of giant strength that is being denied here. Seb doesn't quite have his level 6, but he can do some damage to Solo, certainly.
Dude, that's 250 gold. It's pretty much a tower, man.
Nice use of the Fortune's End on himself. It hit Seb as well, and it purged off his movement speed buff that you get from the Q. Only 1 kill so far in the first 6 minutes. It seems like it's going to be a little bit of a snoozer here for a laning phase. Sumail gets his flame guard burned away, jumps over to get that bounty rune.
Oh, he doesn't know about it.
Oh.
I think he just assumes it's naturally gone.
And he didn't put his spirit back out, so he's going to have to run out to lane.
Oh, he didn't. Was it off?
He had no
cooldown?
mana.
Ah. I see. Okay. Kind of sucks for him.
Indeed it does.
Still, all 3 of their cores are farming really
they're
well.
fine.
Oh, no, he did have one. Austin, you crazy?
I guess I was crazy. Thought he was out of charges.
I was like, why would he ever do that? It doesn't cost anything.
Oh, jump forward. Inkswell quickly gets burned off. A short little stun onto Resolution.
Why did I believe you?
You know, sometimes you gotta test you on these things.
When you said he had no mana, I was very
Making
confused.
sure you're paying attention.
I was like, okay.
Iron Talon for Zayats. He's gonna get his level 6 soon. And an early pressure on that bottom lane. With no one making the rotation, looks like they wanted to try and get a kill with Primal Roar, Reaper's Scythe. An early kill on a Sumail would do a lot to prevent OG from getting into that phase that we're talking about, where they're just going to be running at Virtus Pro nonstop. But I feel like this very doldrum of a laning phase is going to VP's favor in a way. Just the fact that, like, with nothing's happening, it's kind of good. Resolution forces uses Primal Roar. Dragon Form is also on cooldown. Maybe this is an opportunity. Seb, can he get close enough to be able to get the duel? He might be able to. He pops his W and will manage to close it up, but he's been disarmed. Very nicely done by Solo. Some damage is going to come in. N0tail might be able to get there with Inkswell after the purge is out, so they will manage to get that kill, even if it's not a dual one. Now the Helmet Dominator creep, though, is going to be able to catch Seb, and he's got the Black Hole ready to go. There's no stun to stop this. It will be a 1-for-1 trade-off, but at top lane, ILTW with the Dragon Form out dies. So while the bottom lane engagement certainly into the favor of VP overall, seems like OG walked away with win.
Yeah, they're going to continue to be really happy about this laning phase. The Necrophos is still free farming, but they have, I really feel like they have decent-ish tools at dealing with them. They have a Purge if they want, and I think they should. They have a Spirit Vessel Carrier too.
Smael, book it forward. See if he can kill Resolution. That's ensnared though. Cost him a lot of his HP, and he's a little bit scared to challenge any longer. Now he's going to cut through the trees. His haste rune is about to wear out soon. Jump away, but Resolution coming back.
He might still be dead. They have Hawk vision on him.
They have Hawk on him. The Hawk is going to allow them to deal to dive in tower. OG. Oh, Seb's going to try and come in. Actually, the Elite Commander getting canceled there, or maybe canceling it himself as they see multiple heroes raiding in. They leave him alive long enough to get the Reaper Scythe kill.
Oh, that was disastrous.
For over 40 seconds.
That was really, really bad for him. Thought he, with the haste, he was just going to be fine, but he ran around in pretty big loops, and then the Hawk was already set up for that kill, and no one was just there. And how could they really predicted that maneuver by the Necrophos? He didn't even have a rune or anything. He just straight up walked down there, predicted that that was going to happen. And he sees a DD rune at bottom, so helps his game out a little bit more.
And VP, they've kept their safe lane tower alive while still managing to take OG's tower. Already a bit of a unfortunate start for OG as we transition out of the laning phase and into those early remnants of laning, early game.
Yeah, and Zayats is still having an absolute free game. I mean, all of his 4-position heroes, for whatever reason, it just feels like he has such a free time. Mid lane.
Should be a massive kill, but I just don't see them getting. Okay, maybe with the purge and everything, 33 is going to help Smael claim that kill. They had to blow everything they had and bring almost everybody to that mid lane, but they killed a big no-one Necrophos. Siege Wagon push is still there as well. Smael kind of wants to defend this if possible.
Really nice kill by them, and it's with the SD, the purge. They can get him every single time.
Yep.
Soulcatcher is very effective on him too, and without the Oracle being in position or having his level 6, like no problem, no ulti, no issues, but they're going to make a big
Resolution though. Seb immediately going to be stunned up, and here comes some swell stun possible. Doesn't get there in time. Science though does get changed up. He's immediately going to die. From that Centaur, Conqueror does so much, but a Soulbind onto 2. This is beautiful for OG if they can actually bring the support, but he does manage to get off the False Promise and turn around the duel onto the 2 of them. The Reaper Scythe is going to be able to cut him. Oh, he loses that duel, and ILTW and Solo both to walk away healthy, but Smael is still able to kill. Oh, he got popped there. Saksa was able to do enough damage to ILTW. No one's going to follow the duel with the Soulbind setup. It didn't look great at first, but in the end, it results in team wipe here as Solo is going to be the last man down.
Oof. Saksa, very good hold on that ulti. I'm surprised that it even looked that close on VP side.
Yeah.
Like, no one was really dying there, and all of a sudden that turnaround, they get the Necrophos ulti onto Seb. Looked like it was going to go okay for them, but then Saksa just sat back, got to cast all his spells for free. He's higher level than the Dragon Knight carry. Very good game for him. And they did such a good job of finding Zayats.
Virtus Pro gonna have to be a bit more careful there on the mid lane push. They attempt like that. Uchi, they get a little damage back here, but Zayats will make sure it's not going to be an overwhelming amount.
I mean, they want to go for it again.
Yeah, it seems like it. But this is a cooldown OG team. They can just fight again if they want.
And think about how quickly their other lanes are going to push out. Like, this is what I meant by they don't have the best ways to deal with this.
Yeah.
Like, somebody's going to have to go. There's a lot of farm at top. 33 is just going to push that in. He's got Greaves fully complete, so he's quite tanky himself. He is caught up in a way in this mid lane. He's level 12 already, highest net worth.
Dire are scanning.
Smoke up a
in from Virtus Pro, but do they know about Sumail here on the side with that high ground vision? They might have, but Sumail still able to get on top of Solo here. Has to be careful of Dragon Tail, though. It's going to be coming. Oh, he managed to dodge it. Soulbind onto 2. Quickly, No Tail's going to be woken back. This is looking beautiful. Science coming in from the side, though, with a black hole on it, too, but it's quickly canceled by the disruption. They finish off the duels. ILTW will survive a little bit longer, but he's taken so much damage. He will still fall. Sumail, 20's just going to run over Solo here. Take that kill. Turn back for Zayat, who dared to try and black hole OG, but now they're going to try and chase him down. These supports a little bit slow, but Sumail, he's a lot quicker as long as he hits the slight chain. Ooh, just outside of range. Unable to get that, but does get the 200 gold from the Helmet Dominator creep, 3 kills, and a tower. OG building up on a lead now.
I mean, Brian's about to lose his house.
Brian's about to lose his mind.
His condo, 95 to 5. I really feel like you're underestimating how quick OG can play, and the difference between a team that can non-stop push waves and a team that can't. The team that can push waves will always have the opportunity to plays like this because they're never going to be in position together.
Yeah.
And Soxa, like the way that he gets to team fight because the rest of his team can run in, this is what they needed in game number 1, Viking versus OG. Like Viking needed somebody that could just run in so that the Shadow Demon could just press spells at his leisure. And they'll just continue to get hunted around the map.
They have duel here, and Resolution has been cornered. This should be more damage for Seb. Push them to the side with a Primal Roar. There it is, the second duel of Seb.
And they'll defend mid tower too. Look at this speed at which they're playing.
They can catch no one too.
Just keep
Chain him
going.
up. Unfortunately, no duel for Seb to go for any follow-up, but if they get the 8 swell, maybe they can actually get here in time. The perch is going to go off, though. Quickly removes it. The stun, momentary, but the Soulbind locking the 2 of them together. Reaper Scythe going down. Seb, he will actually die here. Not with the extra Reaper Scythe death timer added on, but he still falls. (13-4) now. Virtus Pro.
Yeah.
Managed to get a decent kill and hold some of OG's aggression, but something tells me they're not going to slow down that much. Zayat's hiding away here. He's been trying to squirrel away farm when he can. They know he was here because the camps are missing, so they check the high ground, find his ward, but they don't find him.
Smart and a good TP out. Just trying to reset. And now it's going to be VP for the second time in this tournament where they just have to play completely on the back foot. They're going to have to stall the game out a little bit more and try to get a lot more farm, in fact.
What was the first time that they had to do this?
I think the Sniper Techies game.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I think all the other games, there might have been games that I haven't cast or anything, but I think the games that I saw anyways, for the most part, they were in control of the early game.
Like you said, we didn't catch that one Pudge game, which looked like a throwaway.
Yeah, I have no idea what happened in that game.
Seemed like they were just kind of clowning around as they had already secured their group stage, and at least game 1, no one going to be caught here. Solo is going to be able to bail him out with a false promise, but I'm not sure how long this is going to last. No one. He has a lot of heals, but can he stop all this damage? I don't think so. The duel's going to go down, and they do manage to win it. Solo behind his tier 3 is being chased by Sumail. Zoom! There he goes. Ignoring that magic immunity and going straight for the physical damage. Takes down Solo, and they just keep it up. Now he's going to bounce over to bottom lane to that tower while the rest of the team hits mid.
And he left a fire remnant so he can continue to just push out all the waves. It's just, again, I stress this enough. VP, they can't really push out waves very easily without committing heroes, and they're just dying around the map non-stop.
Yeah.
If you're wondering, like, oh, why isn't VP just playing safe? Like, how can they play safe? They have no one can push out waves, so they have to commit heroes. And if OG are really good, which, you know, they are, and they're playing very well, you can continue to just keep finding them on the waves, and you'll find kill opportunities every single time.
Yeah.
Because somebody has to go push out the wave, and unfortunately, it's just going to have to continuously be Necrophos. In my opinion, he's the tankiest person, and I say that with strong air quotes.
Yeah. Against the 5-man of OG, hell, even just against the Shadow Demon himself, becomes a whole lot squishier. Sumail jumping forward, double remnanting, knowing that somebody was down here. It was Resolution. He pushed bottom lane in time and time again. Zayat is still managing to find farm inside of the Radiant jungle. He's been excellent at this. In fact, he's even going to cut a wave in mid before he very likely TPs out, I would guess. Or maybe he's going to try and go. No. Time to get out. 33 hunts him.
They're doing some real diversionary tactics to try to extend this game now.
Yeah.
This is when you know a team is kind of desperate.
And it is kind of working. I mean, it's been a couple of close calls, but they've managed through those close calls. Seb goes for the neutral item, but he is on the verge here of getting ganked. They just don't see a whole lot of heroes on VP. They want to play around this vision that they have on the high ground. They're just not sure where most of OG is right now.
I don't really know what they're playing for, though, is the problem, too. Like, I think OG's lineup scales pretty well.
Yeah. Like, Virtus Pro may have, like, eventually the strongest late game, but it's going to take a while, especially if Seb keeps on getting these dual wins. Not going to get it here, though. Zaitz certainly will die. 33 managed to pick up that kill with a vacuum. He is dominating.
Dire's top tower is under
Blitz, as you always like to say, you have to win a team fight. And it's hard to see how Virtus Pro is going to be able to do that against the current OG.
I say two things. I say push the waves and win a team fight.
Push the waves, win the fights.
How to do so, though, Cap?
Solo trying to juke through here. Not going to make it for long, though.
You'll just continuously get hunted in lanes. It is OG's game to throw at this point. 5k lead, 17-4. They can't get bounty runes even if they wanted to.
Deso on the Ember Spirit. So Sumail is actually going to be hitting really hard. We haven't seen a physical damage build like this in a bit.
So there is one scenario where you don't care about pushing waves, and that's if your 5-man is so much objectively stronger that you can just run down a wave and force them to come fight you. As we're going to see, not even that favor for OG.
No.
They do finally take like the lead in this, but like last game, their lineup was so much stronger at 5-on-5ing that it didn't matter that they couldn't push out waves, right? Because they could just march down lanes together.
Yeah.
And Axe was finding so many solo pickoffs that he scared them off the waves anyways. But in this game, I think they were going for a similar concept with their 5-man being stronger, which is why they made that mid move. But once that mid move fails and you lose like the subsequent like 5 fights, suddenly your lineup has no real comeback potential aside from Black Hole at this point. Zayas can still, and I think he's like the lone hope right now, is he's going to have to hit some like crazy Black Hole because they are against 3 melee cores.
Yeah. And if he can't get his BKB, he's got a great chance of getting at least a team fight winning Black Hole, maybe even a game winning one. But it's going to get hard. They have to give up some of these objectives like the Roshan Agent or the Ember. And this is why Science is always playing inside of the Radiant jungle. He's dropping sentries to make sure he's doing anything he can to find pieces of farm and save the map, because he knows OG, they don't want to be sitting around their tier 2 areas.
And they keep sending Necrophos mid to push out lanes because, again, he's like their sacrificial lamb, unfortunately.
He is the offering. And occasionally Virtus Pro will try and bait him out. He tried it at least once earlier. For now, it's a 3-man smoke. Where are they going to go with this? Looks like no one's going to show himself in the lane. And the other
trying to go all the way to bottom to catch the one person that's going to come push this wave.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is a pretty smart move. And this supposes that OG wants to even defend this bottom tower. But if you don't have heroes down here ready, I think this is actually a pretty greedy move by OG to try to defend.
Yeah. At this point, why take top tower and defend bottom when we could just go for 2 tiers?
Yeah,
we could just switch over to mid lane.
And you can even start hitting top, which is what they're going to do. And this will force your back. This alone will tell OG that their assumption was correct. Yeah. Because nobody came to defend mid or top. Like, Seb actually got to hit top for free for
Oh, he tried to blink into the back line to catch Solo. Instead, he's going to go for the duel, and it looks like no one. He's just dead without Solo to bail him out. No one's Necrophos just falls under the slightest hint of pressure.
18-4. They're going to go high ground here. And again, it all comes down to this BKB Black Hole. Soxa just has to worry about his positioning to make sure that he gets the cancel because there's no BKB, just blink Black Hole.
Dire's top tower.
Make life easy for yourself.
Samael is going to be able to defend bottom lane while simultaneously still being able to join the boys when it's needed.
And ILTW, he's like, do I really want to be DK in this game? No one dies. They're all so tanky.
Yeah.
There's so many different ways for me to die.
They've got some damage problems for sure.
They've got a lot of problems for sure. Because they're about to lose Rax at 23 minutes. It's 18-4, 9k gold lead. And OG are showing absolutely no signs of stopping.
Yeah. It's Deso builds from Samael is actually doing a decent amount of damage to the tower. Not the most amazing thing in the world, but between his Deso and the press the attack, they do manage to take that top lane without Virtus Pro contesting.
They really do have high ground issues on the side of OG, and so they're like, just get Deso, bro. It's not even amazing, but just get it.
Just get it so somebody can hit the buildings. And with the Aegis, he can do so with some serious confidence. And Virtus Pro, they don't feel confident about defending their base until they have the BKB. Zayat is still a ways away from that. He only has his Blink Dagger plus the Ogre Axe, another 1,200 gold there. ILTW, he has his BKB at least. So there is a team fight item that they can't really rally behind. Will it solve their damage issues? Maybe not. But at least somebody can confidently take the brunt of OG's offense. Resolution trying to sneak something here. The Soulbind just looking to be able to slow down Zayat and catch him if he gets close to an ally. Zayat is going to be stunned up here, and it looks like Seb should be able to get there for the duel. Give him the duel damage. They do. 60.
Radiant are scanning.
We're about to get a meme or two. The meme team.
Possibly if Samael can root out this Resolution Beastmaster who continues to do his little creep cutting shenanigans. Zayat's helping him out with Eidolons when he can. Mid push, only a little bit time left before that 8. In fact, it may even be reclaimed here before they can get to the high ground.
I think they're just going to hit it anyways.
Yeah, I think they got another 25 seconds, I believe.
Yeah, there's no glyph. Enigma's dead. He's the only way to salvage this fight at all. They're about to get double Rexed here at 20.
Look, they're just ignoring no one.
They don't care about him.
They're like, yeah, Solo, go ahead. Save him if you need to. Put Fate's Edict on him. Purge him out.
How will you do it?
Do whatever you need to do. You're going to stun up 33 here. Zayat's going to pop forward with the Malphus as well. 33 quickly cleanses that one. It's on to no one with the Fate's Edict. He's currently unable to do anything right now. The duel with the vacuum whoop. What a combo. That takes out 2. They have a buyback already. They is going to be the range barracks. It's going to fall. And yeah, OG, they just back up nice and easy. Virtus, no more catch from them. OG feeling themselves now. Start dropping some of the all chat lines.
Yeah, we're just going to trade out stomps here. Score is 4-20. Thank you. There is a BKB on ILTW. I don't think this item changes anything. I think the only thing you have to play on is BKB Blink Cole. Like, you're literally just trying to all in on this one concept right now.
Seb, I don't need a duel. I will just beat you down to a pulp. He's got it now, so he'll catch Solo to make sure that he does get that extra damage.
Oh, my life.
Barely gets the duel win
so
in time.
Close to living, honestly.
ILTW chained up, but honestly, they don't need to go for that DK. It's unnecessary. Look at Seb. He's just beating on the tier 4s. They have the repair kit, though. They're going to jump forwards. No one targeted here. No duel to continue to keep him in place, and the Ghost Shroud protects him pretty decently well. So OG, they start backing up. It's either tier 4s against a repair kit, or they give up on their current positioning and go for the bottom tier 1 and tier 2 towers.
Yeah, and Enigma was just farming the entire time, just trying to get his BKB, which he does. He's saying, guys, I have to ignore you. Let me get this one item. And you know it's going to be sick when OG gets 5-man wiped and like a 75 gold lead exchange happens. It's going to be like a 5-0 and they get like 7 towers. And OG are still up 13k.
Try harder.
Well, a full up data list is next for Samael with the level 20 Talon coming in soon. Seb just keeps on taunting Virtus Pro. The smoke up from Virtus Pro. They're not going to wait on their high ground. They're going to try and catch OG at least once here on side of the base. They've got some nice high ground vision here. They're going to show the Necrophos. They're ready to go with the BKB Blink Black Hole. OG. And be careful not to take the bait here and not to group up too much.
Dire are scanning.
Seb is going to be on the front lines. Sumail creeping up the side, spotted by the Hawk, though. Maybe if Resolution can cut his way over there, he can find this opportunity. He's close enough for the Primal Roar, but his team is a fair distance away. More of them going to tunnel through this right-hand side. Seb trying to position himself to be a target. Poke at him a little bit. He jumps forward, immediately jumping onto No Tail. He doesn't really have a whole lot of damage from the Reaper's side. Oh man, almost cut him down with the He's already taken Solo out. Now they're going to try to BKB, but no, the Black Hole. It's a total once. They take the time to tip him as they take out Virtus Pro. The GG is in as soon as they see a Black Hole with nobody inside.
For nothing.
You waited, you gave up 2 lanes of barracks, you farmed, you found little bits of farm wherever you could. He squirreled away these little nuts and such, but he couldn't actually.
All we need is somebody to lean
Cool name. Oh! Okay, it is a Meepo pick. It is a 10-pick Meepo. But do you believe in it versus...
All we need is somebody to lean on.
Takes the brunt of the action.
I feel like I'd get
Timbersod, and it could be a Silver Edge, Nature's Prophet as well. I feel like this DK could have a very bad game.
Yeah. Oh, man. So, well...
Viking GG have surprised the world, making it into the top 3 of this tournament, and they are looking to claw their way back into the series with the first Drow Ranger pick of the tournament. BSJ, what's the deal with Drow? Why is no one picking it? Why did Viking GG pick it? That's not a good look. That's not the look I was looking for. I was hoping it'd be. I'm ready. Give you any room to breathe, which is exactly what I feel like OG's draft will be looking to accomplish. Seb early Blightstone is looking to already get the early right clicks in, and this is just so hard to deal with the single target of Venge Drow. You're gonna have these Treants minus Butch
from Shadow Demon Venge.